Let's just attack the knight, developing the bishop. We can hit the bishop here. So I'm going to hit the bishop, and I think before we do that, hit the bishop doesn't have to take, he can hit our bishop. We take, they take, we take, they take, isolates a pawn in the center. Also negative, I suppose, is that the knight can take, but then the bishop can take. I'm going to push the pawn. I've made that decision. I've looked at the negative side, where they can attack us, or this way even, or we didn't cover the move in the bishop. It's not going to double the pawns because the knight is there. So we can still take. Knight's going to be here, he's going to be on this pawn. Develop our knight supporting. Don't really want to be supporting pieces per se, but if that's the way it's going to be, it's the way it's going to be. Let's take the bishop off the board. We've told the story, we're happy, comfortable. Get the knight out. We've got pieces out, but it's like a, ooh, and they've gone with the knight again. What have they seen that I haven't seen? There's this pocket here. We're going to check on the rook. It doesn't look like there's anything major. What tactical business are we looking at here? Bring the rook. Supporting the pawn. Bishop's attacking the pawn. We can move the pawn up. We hit the knight can come back, oops, can go back again. I can even go there. We could do the bishop attacking. Takes, but then this pawn is all by itself. Knight's looking to double up, we hit it. We could do that. Let's hit the bishop. Not moving quickly. It's not doubling the pawns. The rook is going to be on this pawn here. It's got more pawns in the center. We just hit the bishop to say, well, what are you doing? I'm going to hit the bishop to make it make a decision. May as well do a preempt there. We'll be on this pawn, give them something to think about. What? No exchange. We could hit this knight now, but like we said, he's gonna come here. We can hit it with the pawn. He is gonna hit our bishop. Bishop can come back. Okay, let's hit the knight. The answer to chess. Oh, it's actually gone for a blocker and is attacking the bishop. Unusual quirky play. So he's going to have this. Not got that, but he's got that. And he's going to be attacking this pawn and attacking the rook. So we move here. And straight into there. That would mean we're playing defense now. They're supporting the pawn. That's not the way to go, is it? Could come here, but it is in front of the rook. Just stop the knight from jumping to this square though. But it's a little bit of an annoying position. I think they're just going to ramp up on this pawn. Don't have anything to hit the knight from that position apart from our own knight. So we're going to bring the bishop here. And we could attack it this way, or we could attack it this way. He's supporting the knight, so he's probably preempting that we are going to bring the knight to attack it. And if we did take it, he just brings the well, maybe brings this in and locks it down. So this one looks like we're attacking the pawn here, so he's obviously going to take. We will have a check on the king. We may be able to get the rook here, but it's not going to be fast enough to... Whoa! He's just captured. Let's just attack the bishop. It's got no protection at the moment. And we're trying to own the file as best possible now with the rook. Ooh, that's... Let's go here. See if we can get this rook owning this file. Excuse me. Let's just move. We could hit the bishop, but let's just wait. He'll just attack us again. Yeah, so he's defending the bishop, and behind there is this. I think we still continue and look to see if we can go for the back rank type situation. Okay, going to continue with that attempt. I think they'll now look to trade the rook off. Either attack or attack here. Wow, how is my time so low? I've not done any big thinking, have I? Must have been the early part of the game. Oh yeah, when I was doing the chit chat. Even Stevens material. We're hoping that positionally that we might have the slightest of edges in terms of ownership of the file with the rooks. I think it's just going to be a simple trade down now. Just going to attack here. Maybe this rook. Not doing that just yet, so we'll go here like this. So it's potential mating opportunities. Just one here. One there. And then one there, and it's going to be mate. That was a pretty clinical back rank ending based on the answer to chess, which means we're not doing anything special at all in any way, shape or form, but we're just reaffirming. Lovely game, lovely example. We're just reaffirming the processes, the concepts, the strategies, the planning, the work and time and effort that we put into the games, and just really just focusing on delivering those parts of what we need to do in order to make, we're hoping, a better move. Like I said, we ain't searching for the best move because that we're not a computer. If we find the best move by accident, then it's an accident. It's one of those things. During the game, we're trying to find a better position, a better overall placement of that piece that you're going to make that move with. Is it supporting the team? Are the team supporting each other? And it's not complicated, but it is complicated. It's not hard, but it is hard. It's not difficult, but it really is quite confusing. It's the game of chess. I think I have found my answer to the answer to chess. Let's just open the bishop here. I'm playing basic chess as well. Nice simple chess. I'm not going over the top any way, shape. So attacking the bishop here. And I think what I saw was this. Do this and then just attack the bishop. If the bishop doesn't take, but the bishop's not going to take. Don't know why they're delaying. Attack the bishop. We'll bring the rook here, but he's going to double up. We do have the pawn that can support. Just have to be very careful. The queen is looking to rush here. I might need to just double my pawns up and go for the exchange with the queen. Let's just go on for the exchange with the queen. It's not interested in that, so now they're dancing around with the queen, and this is where we're going to be falling foul with the magical moves that they're going to come out with now. We can hit the queen because the queen is not going to take because the rook will take. The queen will just probably move back. Yeah, let's continue with that. Let's attack the queen. Not seeing a clear way in towards their king. I'm chomping at the bit to do this. Why? Pawn takes. Nothing meaty, but it feels like it's the right thing to do. Because the queen is in front, so he's not going to take. But do we have time to get this rook here and this rook behind? Push. Doesn't have to take, he can just move the knight out of the way, but we'll get a check on his king. So say the take. And oh, maybe the rook takes because it's going to be on the queen. I think that's got more activity going for it. Let's just push. And go with the rook like we said, attacking the queen. So do we take the rook or do we bring this rook here supporting? This might be too arty just bringing the rook here. But if we do that, his queen is owning the file. Just it does give them an... I think we need to go like this. The queen is on this pawn, if he's a greedy munching pawn grabber. It does give them that moment to escape, and he's got like a 2-on-1 now on this pawn. We could go here. They take the pawn, we can take the knight. And if he takes the queen, we can take, then we're going to be up, aren't we? That makes sense to me. Yeah, we go up, and he takes the pawn. Oh, we could just take the queen anyway, because we're still going to be on. He takes, we take. He's going to want to get the queen off the board, and then we take. So that works out for us. I think we do that. And they've gone greedy munching for the damn pawn. So he's going for 2 pawns for the knight. in a sense, or 3 pawns even. Do have a check here, but he's there at the minute. So let's do this. He goes greedy munching for the pawn. We put a check on the king. He hides into the corner. We attack his rook. Does he have a reputation on us? Put the check on the king. Doesn't go onto the dark square, staying off the dark square. Challenge the rook like we said. He's not wearing any of it. Come here. But then he's putting checks on the king. We go here. Then he does have a bit of a bang bang bang. Queen here. 2-1. Could come here, just attacking the queen. Where's he going? Looks like it smothers him a bit. Let's attack the queen. Go for simple. Where's he going? No, he has to take. But he does have a lot of pawns here. Rook's... Oh, excellent. They resigned. 10-0. What we've got today. Let's support the pawn. We're back in again with this type of opening. Bring the bishop, stopping the knight from jumping here. Right, now, this is one of the positions I want to practice because of the elements of the queen coming round here, messing stuff up, and I'm always giving them that gold. I think there's something better that I can do. Because it's take, then the knight's in. Okay, it's this part, that's fine. Yeah, capturing. Now, this part of taking or leaving the knight. And we worked out that just pushing the pawn here, stopping this pawn from jumping down was our go-to. But it's not the best. And then when I've done evaluation, the knight's just come out and it says what you're worried about. Because if it does push, then this knight can actually take the pawn. So I think we will go with that practice because we're watching. Now they've danced. I don't know what that is. Queen's protecting, so I feel fairly okay here. So we can go and castle, can't we? Let's castle. So that's different. Different, but it feels safe. And they're going backwards. They're going backwards. Tempting us to do this so the knight can come here. So I believe we can hit this pawn. No, we're not. Why do I keep panicking about that pawn? It's got no support on it. So if I had hit it and it did drop, the knight would be able to take. I'd struggle with thinking that it's supported. And it's not. So we're going to just take this. And we've survived that type of opening. Although this pawn is a little bit advanced in front of our king area. It's slightly different. We're going to attack the bishop. Now go and castling. It's amply protected. We're going to take because knights hunt the bishops in our mantra. We're going to attack the bishop. As the pawn's blocking. Put an isolated pawn there in the centre. You would have thought the queen would have come. Looks like we have a free bishop. I'm going to take it. What's going on here? Rook's got no defense. We're not attacking anything. Queen's come down in front of our king, maybe supporting this pawn. I think we're just bringing this here like this out. We're x-raying through to their rook. Our knight doesn't have any protection on it. So he is going to escape if we take the pawn. So we would get a pawn. But then he would get a pawn back because the rook would just come here. Then we would do this x-raying through, attacking their knight. That might work for us. Going to attack. Not saying it's not going to get the pawn, but give them something to think about. Let's just x-ray through to the rook. Rook's probably coming here just to defend the knight. Going to take. And any forks anywhere? Nope. Do have an attack here, but I don't want to waste anything. He is in front of our king, so he is looking maybe at trying to do something with the pawn. And our knight doesn't have any protection, you know. We're going to attack the queen to get the knights into a better position. They're still playing on. Really wanting to protect this pawn. He is attacking our rook as well with that queen. Going to bring the queen here. And he's supporting the pawn now. And they're playing fast. They're playing fast. Queen here attacking the pawn. He drops. We put a check on the king, get the queen off the board. I think that's going to work for us. Let's do that. Although, yeah, we'll get the check on the king. The knight can jump in. It's got an out here. If anything. This pawn is probably going to drop at some point. It's not done it. It's still on our knight, but we've got the check on the king anyway, so we can move. And we can jump here. We can jump here. Although, being here, we do have an out, but he could just drop this and then we won't be able to get out. We have to go here, but he might defend all of that. We could attack, but then he's here. And then our knight's just jammed in. I think I'm just going to bring the knight out. Try and see if we can own the file. It's got a massive cluster of pawns here in front of our king. Alright, so we'll look to see if we can activate these rooks. Knight's hunting any forks anywhere. Ideal if it went like this. Boom. They have come down, so we're going to challenge the center, but also we really want to come here. Sorry, that center pawn. We will be able to get that pawn off the board. Because we can get a check, but I don't like the rook being in the center too much, but I think it's got an out of sorts. And across here as well. And there. We're going for it. So let's take one. The knight. Shall we take this one as well? Or shall we push this? I'm going to take this one as well. Simplify as best possible. Looking to get our rook off the board. Let's take. So the king takes. We could take, his rook's going to be on our knight. We could just x-ray through to the rook. The less pieces you end up having, the harder it is for the end game. Even though we've got an extra minor piece, we're still probably going to have to work. And it looks like the trade is coming, so we can get this off the board. Come round for this pawn. Coming for the knight because it's got no protection. Let's get this pawn at the top. We'll be coming down. Well, he can't come down just yet. Let's take that. Get the knight back into the middle. Let's hit the pawn. Let's take. Didn't need to take actually. And let's push. Push. Protect. Push. Push. And keep pushing. Looking for a stalemate position. Are we going to give it to him? No, we're not. Let's just take this. Move the king. Push. Push. Should be a resignation really soon. Boom, 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 boom. Now, if we went like this and got a queen, you can't come down there, you can't go here, and you can't go there, so that would be a stalemate. We may as well push this. Now we can take the pawn. Oh, very clever. So now he's got all this space that he can move around here, so we can now go and get a queen. And it looks like it's going to be mate because he's not going to escape. Excellent.